Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
COEP Technological University has always strived to develop itself into an institution of excellence in education, research, innovation, and incubation, keeping in mind the contemporary and future needs of India in engineering and technology. We caught up with Professor N.B. Dhokey, Director, Board of Research, Innovation, Incubation, and Linkages, to understand how COEP is fostering research, innovation, and entrepreneurial attitude in its campus.
We have, besides our major departments of engineering in the campus, we have about 6 additional center of excellence, which are supported by the industries and the government under TechUp. While doing so, we have about 800 plus BTech students, 500 plus MTech students, and 300 plus PhD students. They are part of this all the activities on the research front. So usually we assign BTech projects, MTech projects, and PhD in different areas in each of the department, and they are the main key drivers in promotion of our research. As I mentioned, major departments, specifically the center of excellence that are in the house in the campus. One of them is on the industrial automations, which is supported by the government of India, developing some virtual laboratories softwares. And other is on the smart energy systems, which is also housed in the electrical engineering department, supported by World Bank scheme TechUp program. And third is in the electronics department. It is on advanced manufacturing systems. It is in tune with development of a skilled manpower of the packaging industries, particularly semiconductor or manufacturing of the PCBs. And fourth is in industrial manufacturing department. It is on biomedical devices. The fifth one is on signal and image processing. Again, it is supported by World Bank scheme in TechUp program. And these are all 5 centers which have come up in the last few years' time. And on the research front, government has supported, providing the additional sub-campus about 25 kilometers from this place, and it is called as COEP Research and Innovation Park. And there are about 8 centers which are proposed by the government on with a support of 150 crores to develop the infrastructures. The names of these centers like industrial and product design, integrated vehicle systems, data science and machine learning, micro nano manufacturing, robotics and artificial intelligence, smart materials and sensor designs, design and application of IoTs, energy and environmental science. All these are centers of current interest, and also it will support the future challenges coming up in the research domain. If you look at the regulatory bodies like NBA, National Board of Accreditations, or the NAC, these bodies, look for certain weightage to this research and innovations. And of course, the NRF ranking, which also give emphasis on the research. If you look at their evaluation percentage, so 20% to 30% is normally the weightage given to this research and innovations. So that really mandate us to orient ourselves to the research. And in fact, for today's the survival, the indigenizations, we can't talk about the Atmanirbhar Bharat, that gives you a lot of opportunity for the research and innovations. And after the post pandemic, we started realizing these aspects, for development of our own innovation system for the indigenization. So things are coming up a lot of from the industries, and also the government sponsoring agency also floating different challenging topics for taking up the research projects. See, as far as research is concerned, if you look at the whole world together, if you don't do research, you are out of the ranking. National ranking itself give weightage. If you don't do research, so you are nowhere in the national ranking. So therefore, research that becomes so mandatory. And of course, in order to make to develop our own products and services, to indigenize this or to reduce the cost of those products and services, we need to innovate our own product. So therefore, we need to innovate and do the research for the societal benefit. Finally, the beneficiary is the society. So therefore, research is must in our life. The research is becoming an integral part of the academic curriculum, and that is why we could able to maintain our laboratories, and we could able to maintain some kind of a continuity on certain topics of interest to the nation or to the industrial community. And therefore, the research also helps you to give you some kind of a challenge to use your expertise or the basic knowledge that you learned in the engineering curriculum. And of course, when a student pursue a career in the R&D institution, then of course some hands-on experience is required in research. So a lot of things we teach in the research, and that helps the industry as well as the government institutions to recruit our students in various domains. One of our center of excellence, which is very, you can say, very significant in our campus, is industrial automations, a center of excellence, wherein Professor Agash is working on. He is presently the Vice Chancellor. He is working on virtual laboratory. There is a good support from the government as well as from the industry for developing certain products for the virtual laboratory, and it's truly a self-sustainable model. And if a student is from a remote area wants to access our laboratory here, they can virtually get connected and get the benefit of the best laboratory. So that's what the education reaching out to the remote places. So we are working with industrial Inductothum as a Gujarat-based company, which is a US multinationals. So they supported to our PhD student on developing the 3D printing powders, which is a imported commodity nowadays, to develop this in the campus. So they supported the research stipend to the student as well as supported the equipments. So that may come out as a good result for the as a one of the you can say the support to 3D printing, because 3D printing requires powders and all those powders are imported. So that's one of the aim, and which is Atmanirbhar Bharat, that under that it comes in. So there is industrial support from the US multinational. Another is Hela International, is another US based company, supported some sponsor project on battery, particularly the signal processing and signal electrical management. So that is because our faculty has demonstrated them some skill and expertise, and that is why the industry started coming to us. So we must thank the TAKU program, which has really helped us to create the infrastructure, the ecosystem for research, and that is how the industry is reaching out to us, for the industrial collaborations on particularly the topic of their interest. In fact, the industry collaboration, industry, works on some of the challenging issues, and therefore, it's always our mandate to expose our students to challenging issues, and and therefore we take up such projects where the challenges are there, and where there are challenges, there is a lot of learning. So there are a lot of exploration on the literatures, on the experimentations, and that's how students get a exposure of new frontier areas and the problems that our industry is facing. So that motivate them to take up, participate more and more, kind of research. To support this our research ecosystem, anyway government has supported and provided the sub-campus on 27 acres of land with 8 center of excellence. So we would be focusing more on, on the industrial projects. And secondly, we would like to work on the challenging and current needs of the industry and the country. And luckily, if you look at this COP Technological University, it is in the very vicinity of, say, the major industrial houses or major industrial areas like Pune, then you can say Kolhapur, Nashik, Aurangabad. If you look at the 200 kilometers peripheral area, so thousands of MSMEs is surrounded to this. And as we know that MSME contributes to great extent to the GDP. So therefore, there is a lot of problems, a lot of opportunity for us to work on some project of industry interest. So that's how our presence would help them to solve their issues which are they facing in the future.